Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has fixed August 16, 2025 for the Edo Central Senatorial by-election. With the date fast approaching, political activities are set to intensify across the 5 local governments that make up the district. One of the names competing for the by-election, Barrister Sergius Ogun, a seasoned legal practitioner and former member of the House of Representatives, has officially emerged as the African Democratic Congress ADC candidate for the upcoming Edo Central Senatorial District by-election. The announcement followed a successful party primary held in Edo State, supervised by the ADC's state leadership. Party supporters and political observers have continued to send congratulatory messages to Barrister Ogun, applauding the ADC's decision and expressing optimism about the party's performance in the coming polls. Well, joining us on the show to discuss his emergence as a candidate under ADC and the upcoming by-election is Sergius Ogun, a candidate for the upcoming Edo Central Senatorial District by-election under the African Democratic Congress. Barrister, good morning and a very warm welcome to the show today.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, Honorable Sergius Ogun, let's start with your political journey. You were in the PDP. You spent 2 tenures in the House of Representatives on the platform of the PDP. Then you jumped to the Labour Party. Now, an opportunity has provided itself on the platform of the African Democratic Congress, and you are there. I mean, what motivates you politically? Is it just any platform that can win election? Are you in ADC now because ADC is reigning? Just tell us about your vision, your mission, your beliefs. Any platform that wins? Or where there is possibility?
Dr. Abati, you are so predictable. I don't know why I was so sure you were going to ask me this today. But in any case, like you rightly said, I served 2 terms in the House of Representatives under the platform of PDP, and I was a very loyal person to the party. 2 times, the party instructed us who to vote for as the Speaker of the House. I did that, spent my money to support whoever they nominated, whoever they told us to vote for, and campaigned aggressively, for those people. And I was punished when some of my colleagues that sold out were getting committee chairmanship. I was denied of that, but I had no regrets at all. But while I was also serving as a ranking member of the PDP and a leader in the caucus in the House and a member of NEC, I disagreed with the convention that when Atiku was elected. And I said, no, I don't agree with this. I think power should shift to the south and it should go to the southeast. And I endorsed Peter Obi then, even as a serving member of the House under the platform of PDP. And I became obedient. So I disagreed with them, but I did not cross. So I finished my term. Even I was offered a 3rd term. I said, no, I don't want to disrupt the zoning system in my constituency. But because of that, people urged me to come out for the governorship. And then, of course, I don't know if you are aware of how the ticket went then in PDP. I think the governor was keeping it, whoever wanted to give the ticket to, close to his chest. And then people also urged me, supporters and believers in me, urged me to go to the Labour Party. That's how I went to the Labour Party. The national chairman actually told me, look, you are the most experienced person around right now. When you come, we will give you this ticket. That didn't happen. And I remained in the Labour Party. I actually flagged off to run for the Senate when people urged me to come out for the Senate under the platform of Labour Party. But you are aware of all the trouble in the Labour Party. But I had been actively engaged in the coalition in Abuja since last year. And it turned out that the time is right. Before the ADC was unveiled, I had already joined. And I don't know if you are aware, right now, Labour Party in Edo Central have 2 candidates for the elections. So for me, I'm not a fair weather friend. I'm somebody that have strong convictions. When I believe in something, I go for it.
Okay. And it seems you don't like problem. Where there's problem, you'd rather just walk away, which is also understandable. Now, what has been dominating the news lately is the environment in Edo State, if I may call it that, especially as it pertains to opposition politicians. It seems that the polity is quite heated up. Some of the comments from the governor and so forth have not been helpful in painting a picture that allows us to feel that there's tolerance for opposition politicians. What has been your experience? I know you just clinched the ticket, so you haven't, gone into the field yet to start campaigning. But do you think Edo, specifically Edo Central now, is a friendly and conducive environment for one to freely conduct opposition politics at the moment?
Yes, Edo Central, we are Asian people, and we are very loving, we are warm people, we are business people, we are farmers. And the governor that I know is supposed to be a gentleman, but I don't know what is going on right now. And I think I have told a couple of people I know that are around him to tell him to be his own man. I think he's trying to play other people's scripts, and he will struggle if he wants to travel along this route. Edo Central largely has been peaceful, and it will remain peaceful. We don't tolerate violence in our place. We have elders that will condemn that. Well, I have been around a while, and I'm not scared of anybody. I'm not. For so many years now, fear files have been deleted in my life. So, coming out to run for office is a sacrifice that I have made. And if in the course of serving the people, anything happens, then that's it. It doesn't bother me. I don't think it's going to be toxic, because we are speaking to the issues. So if people are scared that there is a new party that might upset what is on ground or what they think is on ground, it's very unfortunate, because I see them as very desperate people. If you are elected into office to serve the people, why are you bothered about who is coming or which party is emerging or who is going to be on the ticket? It's public service, and that office is public office. So why should we even harm the people you are meant to serve? So it's just desperation, and I don't know why that desperation.
Okay. Honorable Sergius Ogun, your friend Rufai is here.
Hey, Rufi, my man.
And, but you know I'm not going to take it easy with you. In fact, let me first attack you. Honorable Sergius Ogun, you are just like all the other politicians people abuse in this country. You've moved around a lot. You've gone from one place to another. Where is the ideology? But let me now go to substantive issue. Honorable Sergius Ogun, the people of Esan land has been inundated with a lot of insecurity. There's been kidnapping. From all of that axis, which I've had the opportunity to travel to, Ikeke, Ubiaja, Uromi, Irua, down those axes, inundated with reports of constant insecurity. And nothing has been done to solve that plight. Let us talk about that, because we don't talk about the issues enough in this country. What's your take on that matter? What are the viable solutions? Also, across that stretch, I see a lot of rich agricultural potential that has not been harnessed. I travel around that stretch a lot, but I don't see a lot being done to be able to salvage the economic potential of that area. And apart from institutions like EPOMA and the likes, I feel a lot more can be done for that area, because that area also connects the south to the north. In fact, right from Ikeke, that I know very well, you will be listening to radio stations in Anambra. So it connects to the east and connects leading up to other parts of the north from that area. And these are areas I've traveled, but rich potential, nothing. What will be done? What is the strategy? What would you do as regards those areas? What are the issues? And I want you to talk about the governor's threats again and the fact that the minister, Wiki, has doubled down on it, and the things Honorable Jared Tenebe said, that he hates Peter Obi, and people hate Peter Obi in the States. But let's talk about development first, then you talk about politics.
Thank you, Rufai. Good to see you again. The last time I was here, I remember you mentioned, you read a tweet or a chat that Nicholas sent to you, talking about Ugboha, that people are not able to go home for Christmas. You know, or people were able to go home for Christmas. And I told you then that is what we were working on that. I brought 2 motions to the floor of the House on the security in that area. Of course, I represented the Old Agbazilo, Eastern Southeast and Eastern Northeast. And as a result of one of the motions, or both, we have approval to build a police barracks in Uromi. And through community effort, we have an administrative building now, a quarter guard, and we are still raising money to begin to build the accommodation. Some individuals have actually offered their own buildings. I know a friend and a brother Amos in Abosi gave part of a very massive building he has around there to accommodate the policemen. And a serving deputy commissioner of police gave the land, family land, where we have built. Then there was also a motion for forward operating base, FOB. It was initially barracks, but I was told that it might not be very easy to build a barrack around there, so I converted it to an FOB. And then the land was given surveyed and all. I had discussed that with the chief security officer, no, chief army officer also, or policy officer. The then chief of army staff directed me to discuss with the gentleman. And then eventually he left that position and the late Lagbaja took over before he was made chief of army staff. But again, with Lagbaja, I couldn't do much because I had left the house and he was always traveling, and unfortunately he passed on. They had told me they don't do that ordinarily, but because I was a member of the House Committee, a very vocal member of the House Committee on Army, they will see what they could do for me. So I was not able to achieve that in the House. But I don't know how much the state government has done, but security is a huge threat in that area. I have farms. I'm not able to go to my own farms without security. And I think I mentioned sometime last year, I cleared 50 hectares of farm, planted cassava, and cows just entered and ate all. Took the matter up with the police, where for now, I don't think the police have the capacity to solve that problem. So that's where we are with the security issues. Hopefully, we might be able to surmount that, because even the communities are doing their own bits, you know, with the vigilantes and all. They're talking about the rich potentials. Like I just mentioned, I have a farm or farms around that area. And the only house I have in Nigeria today is in my village, because I plan to retire to the village. I'm spending more time in the village now. That has been the plan in the last 20 years, because I was not born at home. I was, you know, and my wife is not from Edo State, but the plan is to retire.
Benin. Are you sure? We'll investigate too, and we'll call you out. You don't have us in Lagos, you don't have us in Abuja. Don't say these things, we'll investigate you.
I had in Port Harcourt.
You had in Port Harcourt, Oh no, okay.
And I sold it.
Okay, you sold it.
I sold it.
Okay.
Don't even bother about houses. We don't worry about houses.
Okay.
We worry when we talk about politicians and public figures in terms of what they contribute to the common good. That's more important.
Okay, please just finish
what
the
you
answer,
acquire.
please.
But are you done? Because I needed to ask you a
why
question.
I said that? No. Dr. Abati, why I said that was just to lay the foundation that I am interested in developing that part, my constituency. So the plan has been to settle there. People say, why politics? Why are you the only person? Why are you always coming out? Well, people urge me to come out. And I know you have heard this before. But this is it. I don't know any billionaire from Edo Central that has spent over 50 billion, over 43 billion from his personal pocket, from his personal resources to develop the place. In my 8 years in the House of Representatives, even as an opposition member, I brought in over 43 billion worth of projects into my constituency. So why do you want to go to the Senate? There's a whole lot I can still do. Most of the projects are ongoing. Like what I just mentioned, I'm actually trying to work on a bill for commodity market, create a hub where people, the maximum, the longest you will travel to that hub will be 2 hours within ASAN, where you can carry your farm produce to and it will be taken off to be bought from you. And in that place, you can preserve things. I can talk to the big boys. Good enough, the governor is from my senatorial today. If we can put 5 billion on the ground, we can set that up. It's going to be privately funded. So these are the cogitations of my heart, and I believe we can achieve it. Okay. The area is green, and it's lovely. Okay. So there's no reason why people should be looking for work in that part of the country.
Okay, beyond your ambition on the platform of the ADC, can you talk briefly about the ADC coalition politics and the larger question of ADC trying to remove President Tinubu from power and remove also the APC from power in 2027. Do you think that that is a realistic ambition, or you think that this is just something that, you know, the coalition opposition figures just want to try? Are you optimistic?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Abati. Yeah, the first question is why ADC? Why the coalition? People don't just get up to say we don't like the man. Yeah, maybe people do, but in this case, they envisage, people that knew this president very well kind of envisaged that this was going to happen, that they're going to stifle opposition in this country. And so as at the time we were meeting last year, it was just that things were hard in this country and people were asking questions. So are we just going to allow them to run this country the way they want, run it like a private company? So we started talking. And over time, we saw the footprints, as people had predicted, that there will be no opposition in this country if we allow this president to continue like this. Of course, you know what is happening in PDP now. I don't see much coming out of the PDP before 2027. Now they entered the Labour Party. Even NNPP, that was more or less a party that belongs to Kwankwaso himself, was expelled from the party. When was the last time that happened? So ADC is a child of necessity. It had to come up because there were attempts to register political parties. The truth is we have more than 20 in the works right now. But we also knew that the INEC was not likely going to, we were not likely going to register any of them. So that's where the idea of having a party, the one that is existing, change the constitution and other things, and then run with that party. That was the idea behind the ADC. The ADC right now, as you know, is the only opposition party in this country. We talked about, I was in the sister station yesterday, we talked about all that's happening to Senator Natasha Uduaghan. She belongs to a political party. I don't know if that party has put out a statement on what is happening to her. The minority leader in the Senate is a member of the PDP. I don't know if he has also said anything. So what the government in power today wants is they just want everybody to roll over and then they will write the 2027 result. And we are saying it ain't going to happen. It will not happen in this country. The country belongs to all of us. We want good governance. From last year, they already started campaigning for 2027. Who does that? And people are suffering in this country. Maybe for those of you in the cities, you don't know what is happening in the rural areas. People are struggling to eke out a living. And then you have barely served a year in office. You are talking about another 4 years. So the ADC has come to stay, and we are very positive because we are on ground in the constituencies, and we know we have not had good government from the people in power today, and we will send them packing.
Okay, thank you. We have had you. But there are also some other people saying what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. If the North does 8 years, the South should also do 8 years. It's a very complex conversation.